Hello friends, welcome to Educate 247. So we are going to start a new series on root words. So it would be based on the book Word Power Made Easy by Norman Lewis. So this is one of the most important book preferred to be read by the B school aspirants. Even after seeing this video series, I could guarantee you that you'll be able to improvise on your vocabulary and have a better hold on English language. So in this today's session, which will be your first session of this book, we'll try to cover words relating to human personality. So let's begin. So before we begin, I'd like to set the flow for this session. So what we are going to follow in this session would be the etymological approach. So here, if you see, etymology means origin of words. The next we are going to look is building vocabulary with each session. So as we are moving towards our further in the series, we'll actually try to learn more and more words. So in some sessions even we'll be having the revision of the words which we have been previously discussed. Next we'll be doing is testing our vocabulary skills with exercises after each session. And I can guarantee you that after attending this entire series, you'll strengthen your grip on your English language forever. So let's start for today. So we'll actually be discussing these 10 words which are on the personality types. So actually let's start seeing the meaning of these words. So our first word here is egoist. So ego basically will be the root word here. So ego means I. And if you see the suffix here as ist, it means one who. So one who thinks about himself is an egoist. So a self-centered or a selfish person is an egoist. So what is egotist? So egotist, again we have egoist, but that T is making a difference. So a egotist is a person who is excessively conceited or absorbed in themselves. So someone who likes talking about himself, how great he is, will be termed as egotist, whereas someone who is self-centered will be termed as egoist. The next word we have here is altruist. So if you see here, the word altru means other people. So if you see the meaning of altruist, a person who is unselfishly concerned or devoted to welfare of other people. Next word we have here is introvert. So introvert again has two words. So here intro means inward, and if you see vert is actually from the word virtue, which means turning. So introvert is basically a shy or reticent person. Next word we have is extrovert. So extro is basically outward. So an extrovert is an outgoing, socially confident person. So basically opposite of introvert. Next we have is ambivert, where ambi means rounding out or round off. So someone who is basically balanced. So a person who has a balance of extrovert and introvert features in their personality will be termed as an ambivert. Next word we have here is misanthrope. So misan is basically the root word which means to hate, and anthropos which means man. So basically misanthrope means a person who dislikes humankind and avoids human society is a misanthrope. Next word we have is misogynist. So again we have misan and gynist. So gyn is a Greek word actually for woman. So misogynist is a person who dislikes, despises, or is strongly prejudiced against a woman. Next we have is misogamist. So again misin and gamist. So gamist basically is marriage. So a person with a dislike or hatred for marriage will be termed as a misogamist. Next word we have is ascetic. So ascetic is basically derived from the word asketos. Askikos. So this means laborious. So the meaning of this word will be characterized by severe self-discipline and abstention from all form of indulgences, typically for religious reasons. So basically he is a completely a person with self-discipline. So he is laborious and self-disciplinary. So I hope the meaning of all words is clear. So now we'll be actually taking a exercise here. So our first exercise will be match the following. So we have on our left side the words which we discussed today, and we'll actually try to match it with their meanings. So our first word for today was egoist. So egoist, if you know, you have to search here. So egoist was one who believes in self advancement. So here if you see, one will match with G, so I'm writing one here. Next we had is egotist. So egotist, if you see here, so someone who talks about himself or talks about his accomplishments. So we'll have two here. Next we had is altruist. So who is an altruist? So altruist basically thinks about other people. So is interested in welfare of other people. Next we have is an introvert, who is actually an inward person who doesn't like to mix with others. So if you see here, it is turns thoughts inward. Next word we have is extrovert. So it will obviously be opposite. So here we have J. So turns thoughts outwards. Next word we have is ambivert. So who is an ambivert? Is basically turns thoughts both inward and outward. Next word we have is misanthrope. Misanthrope is someone who hates humanity or hates people. Next we have is misogynist. So one who hates women. So one who hates women is I. Next we have is misogamist. So misogamist was one who hates marriage. So we have it as B. And last finally we have is ascetic. So ascetic is does not pursue pleasures of the flesh. So someone who is self-disciplinary for the religious reasons. So this we have the final word here. So 10 actually. So now I hope this exercise was clear. So now we'll actually move to our next exercise. So in this exercise, we again will be having 10 questions. You just have to say yes and no to each question. So let's begin. So the first is an egoist a selfish person? So egoist is basically means selfish. So our answer for this will be yes. Next we have is modesty one of the characteristics of egotist? So if you see modesty means he's humble. So basically an egotist is someone who tries to boast himself. So our answer here will be no. Next we have is altruist selfish. So altruist is not a selfish person. He is actually selfless. So next we have is, does an introvert pay much attention to himself? So if you see, he's an inward person. He actually doesn't mix up with others. He pays attention to himself. So it's yes. Next we have is, does an extrovert prefer solitude to companionship? So solitude is basically he actually avoids. So he actually likes companionship. So our answer here will be no. So are most of the normal people ambiverts? So ambivert is basically balance of introvert and extrovert. So yes, normal people are ambivert. So does a misanthrope like people? So misanthrope actually hates people. So it's straight away no. Does a misogynist enjoy the company of women? So again he hates women. So it's no. So does an ascetic lead a life of luxury? So it's actually no, because he is a laborious person. So here it's again no. So and does a misogamist try to avoid marriage? So yeah, one who dislikes marriage is a misogamist. So that's all. So I hope that you liked our today's session. So that's all guys. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. So please hit the like button and share this video with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to Educate 247 channel for staying tuned with our vocab series, because there are more sessions to come like this. And we also have many more interesting videos and MBA related content. So have a nice day.